My question for you today is, which brain are you going to use today? In case you didn't know, you have two brains. You've got a big brain and you got a little brain. Which brain are you going to use? Your big brain sees a problem and it seeks out a solution to the problem. Your little brain sees a problem and it says, oh my goodness, this is so big, it is impossible, I can't get this done. Why me? Your big brain sees adversity and it sees the advantages in adversity. Your little brain sees adversity and it only sees something that's holding you back from what it is that you said you wanted. Your big brain sees a challenge as something to make you stronger. And then your little brain sees a challenge and it's just like, here we go again. Every single day is always something. Which brain are you going to use? You can use your big brain and overcome any obstacle in the world. So I was in the garden the other day. I was in my mom's flower bed, not the garden. I was in her flower bed and I was cleaning it out because I wanted to restore the flower bed. She used to love always, her flower beds were always gorgeous. So I'm in the flower bed cleaning it out. And you know, if you have ever been in a flower bed that has been overrun with weeds and all sorts of stuff, like it hasn't been maintained in years, then you know underneath the grass and the weeds and everything that's in there is a whole ecosystem of things, insects, bugs, creepy crawlies that if you're really scared, you don't want to be down in there. So I'm cleaning out the flower bed. I'm digging, yanking, pulling, and every time I dig, yank, pull, and scrape, something comes crawling up. Beetles, worms, roly-polies, spiders, caterpillars, like everything. Centipedes. I'm like, what, all y'all live in the dirt? I had no idea so many things lived in the dirt. Anyways, so I'm cleaning out the flower bed and I'm seeing all these different spiders. I'm not a fan of spiders. I get it. They do what they're supposed to do. They have a purpose in life, but I'm not a fan of them. But I let them be. I'm like, you don't bother me, I won't bother you. So the spiders are coming up and I asked my brother, I was like, why in the world? Because I think I saw a brown recluse. I was like, why in the world would God make something that could take us out? Like something so small that could bite me and destroy my flesh. Or a black widow, something so small that could bite me, poison me, and kill me. And he said something that was so profound. He was like, God made us dominion over all of these things. See, a spider has a small little brain. And their brain is to act instinctively on whatever it is. However, we have a bigger brain. And it's up to us to use our bigger brain to go towards said spider and potentially get bit, or to think with our big brain and stay away from it, or do something so that we're not going to be injured by it. And I was like, dang, you know what? You're right. He didn't say all those words. I just elaborated a little bit more. But that's the point. Our brain is massive. God created our brains to be able to figure things out, to be able to read situations and respond to them, not just react. We can actually read a situation and respond to it in an appropriate manner. Those little spiders, those are our problems. And we see them and we run from them because we think that they're going to hurt us, harm us, kill us. But it's just this little bitty thing in the grand scheme of life. It's a little bitty situation. And if we take time to step back and realize that I have dominion over this entire earth, I have dominion over any and everything that comes my way, then I can use my big brain to overcome any challenges, any adversities, any obstacles, any problems. Like nothing is too hard for me to figure out, as long as I choose to use my big brain and I don't take my little brain to meet this little problem. Like if I use my little brain to approach a little spider, a black widow this big, I use my little brain is going to take me over to that black widow, and the black widow is going to bite me, and then me and my little brain are either going to get rushed to the hospital or we just ain't going to make it. And a lot of times in life, we take our little brain to our little black widow problems that we think could, the problem could be lethal. It could be deadly. It could be damaging, or it could just go on about its way if we use our bigger brain to address the situation. How many times have you Have you gone through life and you've been in a situation, a problem that you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even see a way out of this. There's no way this is going to work. Why is this happening to me? How many times have we gone through that and then years later we completely forget about that problem? But in the moment, it was terrifying. It was frustrating. It was scary. It was unbeatable. So my challenge for you is to wake up and use your big brain today. Find out what it is that may come up today that's going to be an obstacle or adversity, or something's going to happen that didn't go according to your plans. Are you going to attack it with your little brain, or are you going to resolve it with your big brain? Because the big brain was created for you to succeed.